What was it like for you traveling with UGK and seeing a lot of this stuff firsthand too, man? And how many times did you feel like your life was on the line, Bobo?
Well, I didn't think of it like that because we were wild boys. You know, and we were kids. Yeah, think about it. And when you live in that life, you know, you don't know you're making history.
That's right.
You know, you don't know that you're in the gangster party.
Yeah.
Because you love it.
Exactly.
You don't know that. Yeah, you don't know that everything. I mean, I remember we did a show in Houston.
Yeah.
And the whole stage was surrounded by like a chain link fence. We was on the north side. I can't remember the name of that club.
Yeah.
But just, I was like, that's the type of shit we had to go through, bro. I'm talking about people trying to get at Chad.
Yeah.
Point blank from. I mean, I did the history on other podcasts, but yeah, these boys we had to fight a lot, bro. We had to move real military style.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They were the first people I saw that move real militant. You know what I'm saying? We had a speed where we drove in the cars.
Yeah.
You know, we had the heat in one car. We had the, real militant, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no getting in with us, wasn't no bunch of people on stage it was Pimp, Bun, and myself.
Yes, sir.
And DJ Bird.
Yeah.
And that was it. So I just didn't, I wasn't thinking about my life being in danger until after the fact, you know what I mean? But when you start thinking about, man, because I was, you know what they call the Metroplex?
What?
DFW, Dallas Fort Worth.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of an acronym. It's called Down for Whatever.
Come on now.
That's what I used to be. I used to be real crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to my wife, Jazzy K. Jazzy K has settled me down a lot, you know what I mean? So, yeah, back then when you just living it was just another day.
Well, what was Pimp's and Bun's temperament during that time, though, man? Because if you encountering different beefs from different places and stuff, I mean, how did that affect their creative process and just the temperament of the homies?
Bro, the creative process, that was part of it. See, another thing about UGK they was one of the first groups I ever saw rap about everything that you did.
Yeah.
So if like, I know you're strapped. That was a real situation.
Thanks.
And rapped about that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was, the boys, the boys are cold. And I always say this, being from Port Arthur, Port Arthur's a small town.
Yeah.
Bun B is a fucking genius.
Come on.
And Pimp C is a goddamn genius too. And for them to be able to find each other in that small town and create the history that they created is just amazing. That's God.
That is crazy.
That is straight God. Because, Bun was not the original member of UGK. Shout out to Big Smoke and Mitch.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And for that situation to transpire like it did and Bun get into the group and it just worked like it did.
Exactly.
And history was created. It was amazing to me. I always, that's God. Glory to God, man.
Exactly.
So
I saw my homeboy Donnie Houston's podcast, man.
Shout out.
Because that's the fam right there. You chopped it up about everything in that thing, including those bars about losing the baby in the house fire.
Yes, sir.
How the hell did that impact you, and how did you even survive afterwards?
Well, it impacted me fucked up.
Yeah.
I still think about that to this day.
Yeah.
I was just there for a hiatus.
Yeah.
And when it was in between, they were recording Riding Dirty.
Yeah.
And I was getting ready to get back on the road
Yeah.
with UGK, and that happened. And of course, I'm devastated, know, and Chad was devastated. It was just it was a bad situation, man. And how I got through it was, I don't know how I got through it. It was because I was dealing with depression for years and years and years, and being from the black community, we don't even know what that is.
You don't even realize we there.
Especially then.
Yeah.
Especially back in the 90s, bro. This mid-90s.
Come on.
We're in our mid-20s and this is going on. We're like, shake that shit off, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, I just, life persevered. I just kept moving and kept going. And then as other things kept happening in my life, it builds up a depression that you can't deny that you have to do something about. And I'm big on talking about depression, man, because
when you heard C put those bars in that song about the baby,
yes,
how did that make you feel? And then how did you feel at that verses last night, hearing that song, and then also knowing that that's one of those UGK classics that everybody listens to one day.
I feel like that's my song.
Come on now.
That's my song.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I mean, at times, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, he called me. I was at this restaurant. It's called Good Eats on Greenville Avenue in Dallas, North Dallas.
Yeah.
And he texted me. Excuse me. He paged me. He beat me. I'm down to think about the times.
Yeah.
He beat me.
Yeah.
I got up. I called him from the payphone.
Yeah.
And tell you what time
it is.
Yeah. Called him from the payphone. He, nigga, listen to this. And he playing this song, and I can hear my name. Mm-hmm. And he said, nigga, don't worry about it. I'm on my slab. I'm on my way to you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to come out there and let you hear it. He and Leroy White drove up. And stuff like that got me through it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The song helped.
Support.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take a village. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
My people wrapped their arms around me. And,
exactly.
And because the baby mom and myself, we didn't work out after that. You know, so I feel like I'm flaying in the wind. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my friends, my family, you know, everybody wrapped their arms around me to get me through it. And they came down there, bro, and just to let me hear that song. He left the studio. He said, I'm on my way. Got here. Got to Dallas. We went up to my apartment, listened to that thing 80, 60, 80 times, bro, back to back to back to back. And it was just, the first few times, I'm just, Bobo, this is the first song on the album. I promise you, this is going to be the first song on the album. See, that's the type of shit I'm telling you about Riding Dirty. You know what I'm saying? Chad will construct it.
Yeah.
Dirty Money was more of an album that I think the label put together of songs that was already out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it worked.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But it was a difference between that, you know? So they played that, and, you know, it affected me. And, you know, like I said, that song did help me a lot. A lot as far as getting me through that. Because, you know, it's just talking it out.
Exactly.
Talking it out, man. And they got up the next morning, headed back to Houston.